Hey guys, welcome to Every Mile. Right now we're currently driving through the middle of nowhere, Nevada, and we just kind of looked up some cool stuff that's around, and one of the things that we found was one of the old Pony Express stations that's still up in a little town called Elko, Nevada. Now one of the things that makes the Pony Express so great was that back in the day it used to take about 20 days to deliver mail by stagecoach. It would take longer than that to deliver it by steamship that would go all around the continent. By Pony Express, it would only take about 10 days. See my girls back there? It would only take about 10 days to deliver mail. However, the Pony Express only lasted about 18 months. It wasn't a very financially profitable way of delivering things. As fast as it was, they didn't make much money off of it. There was wars that broke out and different things like that that slowed it down. But it was really a cool system. It was like a relay race. They would bring mail in, they would hand it off to the next rider. That rider would jump on his horse and take off. Then he would hand it off to the next rider. And wherever they would drop the mail, there was all these little cabins, and that's where the Pony Express riders would stay. That's what we're going to see today, is one of those little cabins that these Pony Express riders would stay in as they were going to deliver the mail. Now, just out of curiosity, we actually looked up how much it would cost in those days to use the Pony Express, and one of the things that we found was it cost about $5 per ounce to deliver mail. Now in the 1800s, when this was in use, that was the equivalent of about $135, did it say, in our money today, per ounce. So what the people would do to try to get by that cost is they would print their letters on thin tissue paper to try to get the weight down. Say hi, Ella. Hi. Hi, Grant. And then they would get the weight down, and that's how they would be able to justify the cost. Eventually, it got down to $1 an ounce, but again, by that time, the Pony Express was starting to become obsolete. The thing that took the Pony Express completely off the map was the invention of the telegraph. Another thing that we learned as we were kind of researching a little more about the Pony Express is that there was a weight limit for riders. They could only weigh between 100 to 120 pounds, which is about the size of a jockey today that would ride the race horses and things like that. Another thing is each of those riders would have to take an oath to solemnly swear not to use bad language and drink and do all these things that may impair their appearance to the company and the way people view the company. However, it's said that it was pretty rare that you would ever find a sober rider. But you can check out the condition of the landscape that they would have to ride over. It's pretty desolate out here. There's really not much going on out here in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. They said one of the most significant things that they delivered on the Pony Express was the inauguration address of Abraham Lincoln. They delivered it from Nebraska to California, and it took the total of 7 days and 17 hours. And that was the fastest delivery that they had ever done, which was kind of a cool delivery. Now there were 190 Pony Express stations from Nebraska to California, mostly in Nebraska, Wyoming, Utah, and here in Nevada. I believe it said that the riders would ride about 100 miles, 70 to 100 miles, and they would change horses every 10 miles or so. So they had somebody stationed every 10 miles or so with a new horse for them to jump off with their mail, jump onto the new horse, and take off again to try to get going as fast as they could. Now this station in particular has been moved in front of this beautiful museum, but it was originally located in Ruby Valley, which is about 60 miles from here, and brought here. The significance of this one in particular is out of 43 stations that were once here in Nevada, there's only 2 left, and this is one of them. So this is the Ruby Valley Pony Express station. You can see it's not very big at all. But it's outside the Northeastern Nevada Museum, which looks like a big, beautiful museum, but sadly we're not gonna have time to go in it today. You can see it's not very big. Let's take a look inside.
There. Is it the mail?
Grant, what do you think about that bed? You wanna sleep on that bed?
No, that belongs to me.
And there's their cooking chimney, all that. It's really a tiny spot inside. I'm trying to film through the cage. Sorry guys. I'm shaky. Let's see. So this one says that this building was located 60 miles to the south, where it served the Pony Express from April 1860 to 1861. And then it was moved here in 1960 to be a part of this museum. Here's the back side of the cabin. You can kind of see. You can imagine after riding 100 miles on the back of a horse, this is probably a pretty pleasant sight to be able to just get in and sit down and lay down for a little while. Sadly, we can't go inside the museum today. Like the Pony Express riders, we gotta hit the trail. But thanks for coming with us on this adventure, and we'll catch you next time.